Hello, LS11 Universe, it's the Doctor and the Quizmaster, and welcome to WrestleMania Night 1 Kickoff for Season 5 of the LS11 Universe. Your favorite LSWF and LAW commentary duo is here, bringing you all of the analysis, all of the predictions, heading into the season finale of WrestleMania. The season finale of LS11 Universe before Season 6 begins on Monday. And we actually have a very special third analyst with us this year. Hello everybody, it's me, Carnold. Very good to be here on the WrestleMania Kickoff show. Despite how I currently feel about what the host of LS11 Universe was Xander, we've got our own differences. We're dealing with an LSWF and LAW right now. I'm very glad to be here at WrestleMania once again. Even if this year I'm not competing in a hardcore scramble or anything, it is great to be here. Indeed, it is great to have you here as well, Carnold. And so, gentlemen, tonight, what we are going to be doing is we are going to go through each of the matches that are on the show for WrestleMania Night 1, which is approximately, let me see here, check my notes here, because we do have a huge weekend of action coming up ahead of us this weekend with WrestleMania Night 1 and 2. And we just had NXT Stand and Deliver earlier tonight. Yes, we have 9 incredible matches on the main show tonight and 10 on the cards for tomorrow. So, we're going to go around. I will give the backstory. I will give the analysis of each of those matches. We will go around. We will state the predictions. And I will reveal who we have been told by the LS11 Universe they believe is the odds-on favorite to win heading into each match. So, we'll also be interluded here in just a few minutes. We'll do the first 5 matches, going from our opener up to the Cruiserweight Championship match. We'll talk about those, we'll analyze those, then we'll go down to ringside for our first match of the night, which is Dijak versus The Miz, with special guest referee, the WrestleMania host, Sylvester Stallone. We'll come back up to the 3 of us, we'll talk a little bit more, we'll cover the last 4 matches of the night, we'll go down to the ring for the Women's Battle Royal that will reward the winner with a shot at a Women's Championship on whatever brand they end up on at the end of the week, Raw, SmackDown, or NXT. We will throw it down to the ring for Xander and Ray's entrance for the night, and then we will see you all on the main WrestleMania show. So, 2.5 minute explanation up. Let's talk about our first match of the night, gentlemen. Let's talk about Cody Rhodes versus Nick Aldis. Yes, indeed, Time Lord, the very fate of the Six is on the line in this matchup, but so is the very fate of Cody's career. Yeah, you look at the 2 guys in this matchup. You got Cody, who built the Six from the ground up. He's a former world champion, longest reigning champion in WWE Universe mode as a men's world champion. 475 days. It's very impressive, very big. But if he does not beat Nick Aldis tonight, he will never be allowed to fight for a world title again for the remainder of his contract, which he says that he, in the back of his mind, is considering retiring at the end of. Indeed, and that is a very interesting thing to look at there, gentlemen. So, to give you all the analysis of this matchup, the backstory here, Cody Rhodes formed the Six 2 years ago this week, in the beginning of Season 4 of the LS11 Universe, alongside Ricochet, Austin Theory, Drew McIntyre, Lacey Evans, and Charlotte Flair. They took roughshod of a SmackDown. All of them had gold for the first few months. We saw it slowly fall apart over time. We saw people get removed from the group. We saw Brandy Rhodes. We saw Alba Fyre. We saw Raquel Rodriguez all joining the group. We saw Solo come in to replace Drew after a while. We saw Nick Aldis come in. We saw Jade Cargill come in. And what we thought we had was the ultimate version of the Six, this time just 5 months ago, with Aldis, Rhodes, Ricochet, Theory, Solo, and Jade. But then things fell apart after Survivor Series War Games. The Six of Cody, Aldis, and Solo would lose inside the War Games structure Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Jon Moxley, the Shield. And that would lead to Nick Aldis stabbing Cody Rhodes in the back, hitting him across the back with a sledgehammer, and kicking Cody out of his own creation. From there, Cody has looked for redemption. He sought redemption. He reconciled with his brother. He reconciled with many of his friends over in All Elite Wrestling. And we've seen Cody slowly but surely making amends for all of his past sins. And he looks to ultimately finish the job tonight by destroying what he created. Because if Rhodes wins, then the Six must disband and Triple H is forced out of power. Or so we thought, because last night on SmackDown, the Six has seemingly already imploded. Nick Aldis kicking Ricochet out of the group, sending Ricochet, banishing him from the Six. And the Six is seemingly already done, so now Nick Aldis simply fights for the job of Triple H. So, I'll turn it over to you first, Carnold. What do you think about this match? You always hate to see 2 men who are considered friends betray one another. I know a thing or 2 about it, especially as of late, but that is neither here nor there. What I don't know is that Cody has got the heart, he's got the soul, but Nick Aldis, I've learned a thing or 2 from guys like him. Underhanded tactics, more often than not, prevail over heart and soul. It is the unfortunate truth of the matter, it's the unfortunate truth of the world in this regard. And so I think that ultimately at the end of the night, we're going to be seeing Cody no longer eligible to fight for a world championship, and it's his own doing. To build over what Carnold said there, I do agree with the Exterminator to an extent. Redemption and reconciliation only takes you so far, because now Cody finds himself in a situation where it is all or nothing for him. He has everything to lose and practically nothing to gain other than forcing Triple H out of power. And even then, if he does force Triple H out of power, who's to say that Cody Rhodes doesn't end up on Raw on Monday? But I have to agree with Carnold on this one as well. I believe Nick Aldis will find a way to do this. He said he was going to build the Six from the ground up. We could be seeing new members of the Six as soon as tonight to help Nick Aldis get the victory. I see those are some very bold predictions, gentlemen. I'm going to stick with Cody Rhodes. That is also the pick of the LS11 Universe. An overwhelming amount of the LS11 Universe has said and voiced their thoughts over in the comments, in the Discord, everywhere else, that they believe Cody Rhodes is going to walk out of WrestleMania having banished Triple H from SmackDown and ended the Six once and for all. That moves us on to our next matchup of the night, though. This one is quite the interesting situation, quite the interesting predicament we find ourselves in. We find ourselves in a battle of megastars for the People's Championship. Indeed. What we have coming up is a battle over the People's Championship. While the People's Championship is not actually recognized by LS11 Universe as an official title, LA Knight wants to take it from The Rock. What's happened here is this dates back to over a year now. Royal Rumble Season 4, LA Knight ended up eliminating The Rock, who made a surprise entrance at number 30. And we thought that was the last we'd seen of these two, but then a year later, LA Knight makes a comment to Jey Uso about being able to beat any of his family at any time, and begins to get attacked by a man in a mask. Ultimately, the Royal Rumble is to be revealed to be The Rock, who took out LA Knight when Knight was entering at number 30, the same spot Rock had ended in the previous year, and Rock dragged a beaten LA Knight down to the ring, threw him in, and then immediately eliminated him, while not being in the match himself. From there, LA Knight has called out The Rock for a fight, week after week, and Rock has finally accepted that fight. Rock has finally accepted the match from LA Knight, and LA Knight has said that he wants to not just humiliate Rock, but take everything from him, and that includes the People's Championship belt that Rock awarded himself with, claiming that Muhammad Ali had left it to him, had instructed his wife to give it to The Rock after Ali's passing many of years ago. And so now LA Knight looks to take that from The Rock, but Rock is on a new vicious streak, calling himself the final boss. We saw him beat LA Knight to a bloody pulp on Raw a few weeks ago, putting him out of action for several weeks before Knight returned at the Elimination Chamber event to confront Rock and challenge him to a match. In the contract signing on Monday, we saw LA Knight end up laying out The Rock, putting him through the table. The only time we've seen Rock compete in LS11 Universe so far was last year in the main event of Night 1, where he lost to Roman Reigns. So, with this year coming up, we're going to go to you first, Quizmaster, since Carnold went first last time. Who do you think walks out tonight in this battle with the People's Championship? I must say, looking at this situation, I had found myself in battles with men who consider themselves to be fan favorites, People's Champions of sort, many of times throughout my career as well. And ultimately, you have to do things dastardly like The Rock is doing. Being the final boss, it is not an easy job, it is not a likable job, but The Rock is doing it, and The Rock is doing it well. Yes, he may have lost to Roman Reigns in the main event of WrestleMania Night 1 last year. That fact is a fact. There is no denying it. Rock lost last year in the middle of the ring, clean to his cousin Roman. However, we are seeing The Rock on a completely different level this year. He's on a different level. He's practically a whole different person this year. And that People's Championship means everything to him. It is the only championship he has held in over 15 years, in 11 years, since his last run as the WWE Champion in 2013. And so now we find ourselves in a situation where The Rock has gold that he has given himself, and he's going to do anything it takes to keep it. You cannot bet against the final boss in this situation. You know, normally I would agree with you on that one, Quizmaster, but LA Knight is on a different level as well. The guy walked into WrestleMania last year against two monsters, two behemoths, in a triple threat matchup, and he still found the way to walk out as the WWE Champion. You can't bet against a guy like that. He's a megastar for a reason. And at WrestleMania, I think we're going to see a new People's Champion. And with everybody saying, that's L.A. Knight. Yeah. Alright, well, you know, I'm going to have to break the tie on this one, it would seem. And I gotta go with you on this one, Quizmaster. The final boss is seemingly unstoppable right now. As much as I would like to see LA Knight take that championship away from him, get rid of that championship, I think The Rock is very firmly on top of the world right now. He is a whole different level ever since coming back to WWE in the past few months. But we now move into a tag team matchup For the WWE World Tag Team Championships, the Monday Night Raw Tag Team Championships, we see the Wyatt Six as Eric Rowan and Braun Strowman led into battle by Uncle Howdy as they look to lay tribute to the late great Bray Wyatt as they challenge Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci for the World Tag Team Championships. And we saw them emerge last month at Elimination Chamber, did the Wyatt Six, and they have just been unstoppable. So I'll take the lead on this one. I don't see a world where Imperium walks out tonight with those championships. Yep, same here. Couldn't have said it better myself. As much as I love Imperium and have a great respect for them, I agree. The Wyatt Six are just absolutely dominant. And the LS11 universe mainly agrees with us. It has pretty much been unanimous across the board that the Wyatt Six is walking out of this one as the World Tag Team Champions. But that leads us into the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Coming up next, not really much backstory to this one. Is the return of Money in the Bank to WrestleMania, though. It is the first time Money in the Bank is taking place at WrestleMania in well over a decade, all the way since, I believe it was 2010 was the last time Money in the Bank was at WrestleMania, all the way back at WrestleMania 26. That was the year that Money in the Bank became its own show later in that same year. And so in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, we've got 8 of the very best in WWE right now. On Monday Night Raw's side of things, we've got Kevin Owens, Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley, and Chad Gable. On SmackDown side of things, we've got Drew McIntyre, Andrade, Sami Zayn, and Shinsuke Nakamura. So this is a real toss-up, ladies and gentlemen. It's a real wild card of a matchup. Indeed it is. I'll take the first pick on this one. I'm going to say that we've got a dark horse in this one. I'm going to say Baron Corbin. Really? Huh? Yes, I think Baron Corbin is walking out with that briefcase tonight. Don't ask me why. I just have a hunch that it will happen. Oh, well, I mean, Money in the Bank is an unpredictable situation, but I'm going with the biggest guy in the matchup. I'm going with Bobby Lashley. The guy could probably just lift the ladder up with everyone else on it, throw him out of the ring, and walk out with the briefcase. I think that's a very good pick as well, and I'm going to go with a wild card myself, and I think we're all going to have very different picks on this one. I think we're all going to have very different picks from the LS11 universe as well, as I am going with Andrade. I think Andrade is a real dark horse pick in this situation. I don't think many people see him walking out tonight with the briefcase, and I think that's the exact reason why I'm saying he's going to walk out as Mr. Money in the Bank tonight. He's a wild card, he's unpredictable, he's only just returned to WWE in the last few months, he's only just come to Friday Night SmackDown in the last few weeks. That briefcase is his to win, and I think there's all the upside in the world. I think any of these guys have a chance to win tonight. I look at this lineup, I look at all 8 men, I don't see anyone that has no chance tonight. Yeah, and normally I would say something along the lines of, Chad Gable or a Baron Corbin, then not with... Even then, we've seen dark horses win Money in the Bank. Earlier this year, we saw Dominic Mysterio win. He's walking in the main event of WrestleMania, so never say never with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Indeed, and so to give you all the statistic here, the LS11 universe has vocally been saying it is Drew McIntyre's to win, and they see Drew McIntyre getting his redemption against Dominic Mysterio by cashing in the main event of WrestleMania Night 2 as well. But that brings us to our next matchup that we are covering on the kickoff show, and the final match we are covering before we take it down to Xander for our first kickoff match, and that is the Cruiserweight Championship on the line between Tommaso Ciampa and Logan Paul. Now, Logan Paul has been antagonizing Tommaso Ciampa for a number of months now. He's been just an absolute pain in Ciampa's behind. He's been just an absolute knobhead to Tommaso Ciampa. Can you say that on YouTube? I think I can get away with it. He's just been the absolute worst to Tommaso Ciampa, but he's been sneaking away every time Ciampa tries to get his hands on him. Yes, I've noticed that as well, and I think Logan Paul has a very slippery ability to him. He has a way of being able to sneak away with victories every time he does everything in this ring. It still feels like he's very new to having this Cruiserweight Championship, but you look at who he's beat. He beat Rey Mysterio just a month ago to keep it. I love Tommaso Ciampa. He's one of the best in LS11 universe, but I think it's Logan Paul's match to win. Yeah, I got to agree. Logan Paul, he's very slippery. He's very subversive. He is able to defy expectations at all costs, but also you can't bet against Tommaso Ciampa, especially not in a title match. Well, you say that. Tommaso Ciampa's never won a championship match at WrestleMania, and for that same reason, I'm going with Quizmaster on this one. I think Logan Paul escapes with the win, as does the LS11 universe. Logan Paul is the heavy favorite to win it, with a very vocal minority rooting for Tommaso Ciampa in this one, saying they believe it's his time to finally have gold again. If he wins, though, it'll be his first singles title in almost 3 years. But we now take it down to Xander for our first kickoff match of the night. Hey, LS11 Universe, it's Xander here at ringside for WrestleMania Kickoff. And we are kicking things off here at WrestleMania 40 with the host of WrestleMania 40, Sylvester Stallone. Dressed for his job tonight, he is reffing a match here on Kickoff. He is here to kick us off at WrestleMania. Here to make sure that everything goes smoothly. Here to make sure we have got the best WrestleMania in LS11 history. So, Sylvester Stallone, Hollywood A-lister, one of the Expendables, Rambo, but most importantly, since we're in Philly, Rocky himself. Stallone has made his way to the ring. So Stallone tonight has to ref this match. Let's see if he'll call it down the middle or not. He's kind of the reason this match is happening to begin with after his actions at Elimination Chamber last year. Last month. But now WrestleMania is it for some hard justice. Yeah, that's right. Justice. Because here comes Dijak to the ring. The Dijak hijack has made its way to WrestleMania. Dijak with a big WrestleMania match tonight. 3 years ago. 3 years ago at WrestleMania. 3 years ago at WrestleMania Season 2, he won the Intercontinental title in a ladder match. And now tonight, he is back at WrestleMania for the first time since then, I believe. He is getting this shot, winning on the kickoff show. And he gets to have Stallone as the referee. I mean, I don't even know what else he can say about that. I do want to thank everyone who joined us earlier today for NXT Stand and Deliver. But now here comes the man who gaslit himself into thinking he was the host. He has no one to blame but himself, quite honestly. The Miz heading down to the ring. There he is, his wife Maurice by his side as well. Miz and Maurice heading down to the ring. Miz looking for a WrestleMania moment tonight. Miz, I don't believe, has been at WrestleMania in the LS11 universe outside of hardcore scramble related activities in several years at this point. Miz was at the first WrestleMania. He walked in as SmackDown Tag Team Champions alongside John Morrison. I believe he was not at WrestleMania Season 2. He was in the hardcore scramble events the last 2 years, but now tonight he is competing against Sylvester Stallone. Of course, if you go back in history with some of our retro WrestleMania events, then Miz has also competed at those, where he defended the Money in the Bank briefcase at WrestleMania 27. But Miz and Dijak are kicking off the kickoff show tonight. We'll go back to our panel after this matchup. Is Stallone going to call it down the middle? Or is Rocky going to knock out the Miz once again? About to find out. It is Dijak and Miz one-on-one. Here we go. And Hurricane from Miz taking down Dijak. Miz caught Dijak. Sent off the ropes, and Dijak now ducked by Miz. Miz leapfrogs him, and Miz goes for him. Dijak floats over. Dijak grabs Miz, lifts him up. Back body drop, taking him down. Dijak pulls Miz in, lifts him up. Dijak powerbomb, taking down the Miz. Dijak getting him back up to his feet now. Dijak grabs Miz, throws him across the ring into the corner now, and Dijak with a right hook. Puts the boots to Miz now, knocking him down, and Dijak putting the boots to Miz's face. Dijak getting him back up now, and Dijak, big clothesline there to Miz, takes him down. We may not even have to worry about if Stallone's going to call this down the middle because Dijak is just dominating out of the gate here. Grabs the arms of Miz and Dijak stomping away at him here. Dijak gets him back up again now, and Dijak right hook to Miz. Coming on the ropes now. Miz with a knee strike to Dijak as Maurice grabbed a chair. If I'm Stallone, I'm getting Maurice out of there immediately. Now Dijak caught by Miz, who drops him on his leg. Now Miz with Dijak down, kicks him in the ribs. Down goes Dijak. Dijak's caught by the leg now. Miz dropping the leg with a DDT. Dijak goes down now. Miz grabs onto him. Miz pushed away by Dijak. Now Dijak dives out on the Miz. Whoa, Maurice got taken out in the process. Stallone begins the count now, and Stallone gonna let Maurice get taken out. Slide, not gonna disqualify Dijak for that. Dijak with a knee strike, and Dijak with a boot to Miz, taking him down. Stallone at the count of 4. Back in at 5. Oh, and now Maurice. Maurice in the face of Dijak, yelling at him here. Yelling at him for landing on her with that dive. Miz grabs onto Dijak, and Miz sends him off the ropes. Knee into the back. Neckbreaker taking him down. Oh, and now Maurice. Cover, no. Kick out from Dijak. Stallone. Oh, didn't see the turnbuckle pad that Maurice exposed. As now Dijak discus clothesline to Miz. Both men down. Dijak getting back to his feet now, and Dijak with Miz down. Dijak stalking Miz. Right hook connects. Dijak with Miz up on his shoulders, looking to finish the job with Feast Your Eyes to Miz. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Quick and easy for Dijak here on the Kickoff Show. Dijak with the win over Miz tonight. Stallone congratulating him on that one. Welcome to WrestleMania Kickoff, folks. We're going to send it back down to the Kickoff panel. We'll have a big matchup coming up later on the Kickoff as well, so I will see you all for that momentarily. Well, a massive congratulations to Dijak on a big WrestleMania win. Hopefully big things in the future there for him. Yeah, I couldn't imagine Dijak not getting something big after that one. That was a huge win there. Indeed, anyone who would let him go after something like that would be incredibly incompetent. Agreed, but now we got 4 more matches to cover here, folks, here on the Kickoff panel. Welcome back. Your host, the Doctor, Quizmaster, and Carnold, all here still. We're going to one of our final 4 matches we are covering tonight. Carmelo Hayes, Randy Orton, a battle of a rookie versus a legend. Now, this time last year, we saw Randy Orton go into the ring against another rookie in the form of Grayson Waller, who came after Randy Orton and tried to take down the Legend Killer at WrestleMania, only to end up on the receiving end of an RKO out of nowhere. Now, Carmelo Hayes has made it much more personal for Randy Orton, though. He's the reason Randy Orton is not the World Heavyweight Champion right now. Randy Orton, by all odds, had Dominic Mysterio defeated soundly at Fastlane a few weeks ago before Carmelo Hayes flew in out of nowhere and hit a nothing but net on Randy Orton. Orton wants revenge. Orton is out for blood. Orton is completely healed up as opposed to last year when he came into his match against Grayson Waller banged up. So, I mean, I'll take lead on this one. I mean, how can you bet against Randy Orton in this situation? I don't think you can, Time Lord. I really don't. Carmelo Hayes is an incredible competitor. We've all been saying it for years. He is going to be a world champion one day. But that day is definitely not today. And that momentum burst is definitely not tonight. Because Randy Orton is going to strike back. And Randy Orton is going to beat the respect into this young man. I don't know, guys. I feel like I'm the odd one out here a lot of the time. But I got to go Carmelo Hayes on this one. He's young, he's hungry, he's got all the upside to him. A win over Randy Orton would change his career, and I think he's going to get it no matter what it takes. Well, Carnold, you are not alone in that sentiment. This is a very split match among the LS11 universe. In fact, it's split practically down the middle. There's not really a clear favorite between these two in the LS11 universe. Everyone just believes that we're going to see an incredible match between them, but also it could go either way, and there's no real indicator of who it's going to be until the bell rings. But And that moves us on to one of our final 3 matches of the night. The WWE Women's Championship on the line. The Women's Royal Rumble winner, Alba Fyre, challenging for what was once the SmackDown Women's Championship when she challenges the woman that took her place within the 6, Jade Cargill, for the WWE Women's Championship. Now, Cargill, as we said, arrived at SummerSlam, beat Alba Fyre in a dominant short burst of a matchup, won the Women's Championship not long after. Alba Fyre has been scratching and clawing, trying to get a shot at the gold, and now tonight, she finally gets that. Can she beat the unbeatable, though? Jade Cargill has not lost a match since coming to WWE this year. Well, you know, Jade Cargill is very hard to bet against, and I'm not going to bet against her. Even if the 6 may be over, whether they are or whether they are not is yet to be seen. Whether the 6 is gone or whether the 6 remains, I think one thing that remains tonight is that Jade Cargill is walking out of WrestleMania as the WWE Women's Champion. Alba Fyre will try her best, but it's not going to happen. I see nothing happening there. I see no chance of Jade Cargill walking out tonight without that WWE Women's Championship around her waist. It's a hard thing to disagree with. It really is. Jade Cargill is dominant. She is effective. She is dangerous. And I'm going to agree with the Quizmaster on this one. I think Jade, it's more likely than not, she is walking out tonight with that championship still around her waist. Well, you know, I am a man who believes miracles can happen. I have gone with the darkness a lot tonight. I truly believe that we are going to see an upset tonight. I truly believe we are going to see Alba Fyre reclaim that championship tonight, pick up where she left off last year, and this time around, we are not going to see her come up short against Asuka. No one is going to be able to take that championship away from her, and Alba Fyre is going to begin a brand new reign here in the WWE as the Women's Champion. And the LS11 Universe agrees with me on this one. They believe that tonight is the night we see Jade Cargill finally toppled and Alba Fyre return to the top of the mountain. But that moves us into our second to last match of the night, a Philadelphia street fight. Doomsday versus the Big Dog, the Chief versus the Harbinger, Roman Reigns, Karrion Kross, no holds barred. Both men have agreed to leave all of their friends and factions in the back. I mean, this one is just going to be a war, isn't it? And in a war like this, I don't trust Karrion Kross as far as I could throw him, which is not far. I don't trust the Authors of Pain not to get involved. I don't trust that little weasel Nathan Frazier not to get involved. I'm saying Karrion Kross picks up the win over Roman tonight. You never doubt Roman Reigns, especially not at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns is going to win this one. You know, I'm very inspired by Roman Reigns. You can see it when I compete in LSWF and LAW. I use a lot of Roman's. I implement a good bit of Roman's moveset into my arsenal. And it would be I don't think it would be respectful for me, as a man who uses the same spear and Superman punch as Roman Reigns, to say anything other than the Chief is walking out tonight with the win. And whether he wants us to or not anymore, I acknowledge Roman Reigns. Well, the LS11 Universe is very split on this one as well, but Karrion Kross is currently the favorite. But that brings us on to our final matchup to analyze tonight. The main event of WrestleMania Night 1, the WWE Championship matchup, Johnny Gargano and Gunther. This began all the way back at Survivor Series, where Gargano started to bring things back after having a rough few months, having a rough go of it here on Monday Night Raw. He got a shot at Gunther. He came up short. He fought, he scratched, he clawed. He won another shot by winning a 6-man tag, teaming up with FTR against Imperium on Raw on one of the first episodes of 2K24. He won, he got the shot at the Royal Rumble, and once again, Gunther beat him, no problem. But now Gargano gets one final shot, one last chance to be WWE Champion tonight. So gentlemen, I ask you, is it an underdog win at WrestleMania? Or is Johnny Wrestling's dream going up in smokes? I can't bet against Gunther. He's too dominant. He's too deadly. You don't bet against him. The fact he didn't walk out of WrestleMania last year as WWE Champion is an upset in its own right. That's not happening again this year. Johnny Gargano's not beating him. He's going 0-3 against the Ring General. I'm torn on this one. We all know I'm a bit of a villain myself. I'm a bit underhanded. Gunther is a villain who's not underhanded. And if he's going to lose to Johnny Gargano, he is going to do it honorably. He is going to leave Ludwig and Giovanni in the back. He is not going to allow them to get involved. They always say third time is the charm, and I mean, I'm living proof of that. You look at my rivalry in LSWF with Triton Apprentice, And that fact is true there as well. It took me 3 tries, but I eventually defeated him. And I think by that logic, tonight is the night Johnny Gargano becomes WWE Champion. Well, the LS11 Universe agrees with you, Quizmaster, and so do I. Well, I want to say so do I. I want to root for Johnny Gargano tonight. I want to put my odds on Johnny Gargano tonight. But damn it, Gunther's just too damn dominant. I don't think I can with confidence. So, this is a very last-minute prediction change. I think Gunther's walking out champion, boys. But we take it down to Xander one last time tonight for the Women's Battle Royal. Thank you all for joining us. Alright, it's our last matchup of the Night 1 Kickoff show. It is the Women's Battle Royal. The winner will earn a shot at the Women's Championship on their respective brand. We'll be rapid-firing the entrances here so that we can get into the main show of WrestleMania here in just a few moments' time. Out first, representing the OC, it's Michin heading down to the ring. We got 4 women from Raw, 4 women from SmackDown. Out next, it is the EST Bianca Belair on her way to the ring. So Bianca making her way down to the ring. Bianca Belair yet to hold a championship in the LS11 Universe. I believe this is Belair's first WrestleMania we've seen her at in the LS11 Universe as well. Out next, representing Chase U, here comes Thea Hale to the ring. She's loud, she's energetic. She is just an absolute maniac inside that ring with how much energy she puts out as soon as the bell rings. We've seen her get some upset wins in the past. Could she do the same tonight and earn a championship match? Out next, the one half of the Unholy Union will be seeing her tag partner later tonight, challenging Jade Cargill for the Women's Championship. It's Isla Dawn heading down to the ring. The Scottish Witch, Isla Dawn, making her way down to the ring. Could be a big win here for her tonight. Out next, part of the Judgment Day, her tag partner Rhea Ripley challenges for the Women's World title tomorrow on Night 2 of WrestleMania. Here comes Cora Jade to the ring. Cora Jade heading down to the ring, ready for action here tonight is Cora. The Women's Champion in her own right is Cora Jade. Could this Battle Royal be her night? From Friday Night SmackDown, former Royal Rumble winner, Raquel Rodriguez, heading down to the ring. Big Mama Cool, Raquel, getting ready for action here. An absolutely dominant force inside this ring. And now out next from Monday Night Raw. She won the Women's Championship at WrestleMania 2 years ago. Won the Women's Tag titles last year, and now tonight, she looks to win this Battle Royal and get a shot at some gold. In Season 6, it's Liv Morgan. And last but most certainly not least, here comes Zoe Stark to the ring. Zoe Stark making her way down to the ring, ready for action here. Stark makes her way to the ring. Zoe Stark joins the mix. It's Battle Royal time. Here we go. It's our final kickoff matchup of the night. Who's going to be the first one eliminated from this one? Whoa! Thea Hale was almost the first one gone there. Raquel nearly eliminating her. Thea Hale nearly launched herself over the top rope. Almost got eliminated there. Is now Raquel. Whoa, wait for the boot. Hale out of the way and takes her out with a Hurricane Rana. Bulldog from Cora to Isla. There's a big German suplex there from Zoe Stark now. Meechin goes after Zoe Stark. Liv Morgan goes after Bianca Belair. Who's going to get the better of who here is now Zoe Stark in the corner. Cora Jade trying to get rid of her now. Cora Jade with Zoe Stark up. First domino could fall any moment now. That all-important first elimination. Oh, Zoe Stark stays in it though. Now Bianca Belair, no. Zoe Stark goes for a kick. Nobody home. Thea Hale, wait a minute, grabs Bianca Belair, and Thea Hale. Okay, sends her into the turnbuckle. Liv Morgan taking down Isla Dawn, Mia Yim. Meechin knocking down Cora Jade. Whoa, Zoe Stark's been eliminated. Zoe Stark eliminated. Thea Hale with a shock elimination there. Just for a chop, Meechin grabs onto her now. Northern Lights takes her down. Raquel grabs onto Bianca Belair. And taking her down now is Cora Jade. Isla Dawn grabs Liv Morgan, throws her down. Now Cora Jade goes for a kick, countered. Isla Dawn turns Cora Jade around. Bianca Belair with Raquel. Gut check takes her down. Big knee strike there to Meechin. And now Bianca Belair's got Thea Hale. Bianca Belair with Thea. Bianca and Raquel looking to double team her now. DDT! Liv Morgan knocking back Isla Dawn now. Liv Morgan knocks her back. Liv grabs a hold of her now, and Liv. Powerbomb from Isla Dawn. There goes Cora Jade. Another elimination for Thea Hale tonight. She just eliminated a former champion as well. Isla Dawn taking down Liv Morgan. Thea Hale. Neckbreaker to Isla Dawn. And now Mia Yim turns her attention to Raquel. Mia Yim trying to get rid of Raquel. Raquel Rodriguez on the apron. Liv Morgan. No. Eliminates Thea Hale. Bianca Belair eliminates Raquel Rodriguez. Now Liv Morgan in trouble. Mia Yim now goes for Liv Morgan. We are down to 4. Liv Morgan, Isla Dawn, Mia Yim, Bianca Belair. One of these 4 women is going to become the #1 contender to the championship of whichever show they end up on following this week's season premiere week. This week is going to be the week where you see all the big new stars head into Raw, SmackDown, maybe even some people going to NXT, some new names maybe showing up on Dynamite. I can't confirm that one. And new names showing up in TNA as well. It's Mia Yim. Eliminates Isla Dawn. Bianca Belair eliminates Liv Morgan. Now they circle one another. Bianca Belair with Mia Yim up. KOD! Mia Yim staggering Bianca Belair. Looking to eliminate her now. Bianca Belair gets her up a second time for another KOD to Mia Yim. Now Bianca gets her back up to her feet. Bianca Belair. Whoa, wait a minute. Mia Yim. Oh, nearly got her. Bianca countered. Mia Yim stays in it, though. Bianca Belair grabs a hold of her now, taking her towards the ropes. Countered by Mia Yim, knocking her back now. Mia Yim. Big roundhouse kick there from Mia. Now Mia Yim grabs Bianca Belair. Redirects her over the top rope now. Mia Yim. Went for a big right hook. Bianca Belair staying in it, though. Bianca Belair grabs a hold of her. Bianca with Mia. Mia Yim counters, sends her off the ropes. Taking her down. And now Mia Yim caught with a drop kick into the head from Bianca Belair. And Bianca Belair now. Eat defeat from Mia Yim. Takes her down. Mia Yim gets her back up to her feet. And Mia Yim for the big win. Mia Yim wins the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. Massive victory there for Mia Yim tonight. Mia Yim beats Bianca Belair. Mia Yim will has earned a shot at the championship on whichever brand she ends up on at the end of this week. Alright, back to the pre-show panel for the final analysis of the night. Alright, folks, well, there's no final analysis for the night. Xander was just a little bit confused, but thank you all for joining us here for WrestleMania Kickoff. We'll see you all tomorrow, same time, same place. I've been the Doctor, I've been the Quizmaster, and I've been Carnold. And we will see you all tomorrow. Go enjoy WrestleMania! Good night, everybody! The night has only just begun, so have fun. Yeah.